Here we go. Everyone of the internet, Dusty Kratz.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Aural Fixation episode 41. We survived last week out in the wild, the dangers of the real world, and we're back in the netherworld here, safe and sound. Joined by some very fun folks. I hope you've had a great Memorial Day. Hope you've honored folks that you may know or not know, and just took it easy this weekend. Definitely had a good one. A little bit of travel involved with Dave, actually. If you'd like to come on. And Josh.
What's up?
WJ.
We traveled.
Taylor. We did travel. We went to Los Angeles.
We're back in the Zoom room. It's kind of weird.
It is kind
of
Los
weird.
Angeles
like
of the hill
glass
country.
case of emotion.
The Zoom cave.
It's a Zoom case of emotion. It was
These
so good to
Zune,
see you
like
guys.
the Microsoft Zune.
Well, Zoom cave makes it sound more like a layer.
Okay.
That's true.
So you're talking about the Microsoft Zune as the competitor to the iPod.
No. The Zoom cave.
Zoom cave. I like that.
What did we do in Los Angeles, Dusty?
We did a live stream for Melissa Etheridge of all people, and it was amazing.
She's great.
I had no idea. She is a rocker through and through. It was a hell of a show, and her fans are in it.
Massively dedicated.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I won't take too long with it, but the setup is this was at the Ace Hotel Theater, downtown Los Angeles, and it was 200 people out of what could have been probably 500 or 600 in this theater. And they were supposed to be, 2 people sitting together here, 4 seats, 4 people, all kind of peppered throughout. And we were kind of worried about what that was going to look like, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's kind of in their spots, and it's all calm before the storm. And Melissa starts just strumming acoustic before anything happens. And as the lights come up and the band takes the stage, the crowd's just like, nope, we're not doing this. And they just rush the stage and are all there just screaming. And they start the first song and everyone's singing at the top of their lungs. And it was like almost tear-inducing. Like they just needed that so much, that moment of having music back in their face.
And security was just like, oh God, what do we do? Because
Yeah.
they were tasked with keeping everybody in their seats, but there is just no way.
It's like we're doing normal things, but it's going to be a while before we feel normal doing the normal things. But
Especially when you get that close together. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
we've been
Your
to
first
plenty of shows
reaction's
together, and
yeah.
it gets extremely tight in there. So,
Yeah.
My
It'll be a little while before, your favorite artist is screaming and sharing the microphone with you, like right in your face. We're not quite there yet.
My question is, did she bring and share from her own crop?
It was present.
she didn't do the. You mean she didn't do the Be Real thing with a 4-foot bong and like share it with people and.
Not
Well, I
yet.
mean,
Again, we're not there. We're not there.
She has her own acres.
How long is it before we're able to get Bruce Springsteen and Little Steven sharing the same mic, spitting in each other's faces? Like, ah!
I mean,
Hopefully a little
that's
while
been a
longer.
thing.
Hopefully a
that's
little
when
while longer.
America's free again.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Another
wasn't
decade.
exactly something I wanted to see before the pandemic,
Mm-mm.
So I have a question. I have something from our live show, our last episode. I want to play a game. It's an impersonation game, okay?
Oh no.
So you guys have to guess who I am.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Okay, here we go.
I'm nervous.
Ask me a question.
Ask you a question.
Ask me a question.
What is your favorite color?
Well, see, Dusty, the answer to that is going to be.
That's pretty right on.
WJ, I have a question.
3, 2, 1.
Well, I was thinking it could be.
So if
Hey,
anybody
that was
doesn't
a pro
know,
move.
it was great. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, go back to episode 40 and watch the final round, and Jaguar is in top form.
Fantastic.
See what he says, bands who start with T are.
Yeah. It was very entertaining. And again, we did this in the real world last week.
It's crazy.
2, I thought, fantastic results. I think we all had a blast. it was a sold out crowd, if you will. The place was as packed as it could be. And mad props to the Davenport for supporting us and being super kind. And we're definitely looking to get back there and other places possibly.
Coming to a town near you.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Live shows.
Yeah.
Mobile live shows.
Remember people used to like flip their eyelids? Like that was a thing to do in school.
My cousins used to freak me out.
I never liked that.
Man, I hated that shit.
Is that a
like
preference to you doing it? Because I
tried it so many times and I just kept hurting myself. Like my eyes would be all watery and dry to poke myself and be like, what do I do? I couldn't wear contacts either, so
we want the people to watch.
Go figure.
This is true.
Why did I eat salted potato chips before I did this?
Flaming hot Cheetos.
All right.
Let's get on with the show.
Have a great show, everybody.
Creeping me out.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Again, welcome. Episode 41. Before we meet our contestants this week, a quick update on last week's chat players rankings. Daniel Servati is still deadlocked with John Burke. This has been going on. This is a thing. But 3 new players have entered the game. I don't have their names in front of me, but they do. Yeah, Sean, Derny, and Charles all got 1 point. Chelsea has 1 point. She was in person, so I don't think she technically was playing last week in the chat. But Daniel and John, moving on up. They're going to be here soon. One of them, it's going to happen. And just as a reminder, as we're going through the show tonight, everyone has the chance to answer 3 questions after every other round or so. So you can get 3 points in this game if you watch the whole thing. Those points add up to 10. You get to come on the show. I want to say no questions asked because Dave's the one that books it. So I'm just going to say you get those 10 points. Come on down. Have a good time. And thanks for putting in the time. But let's meet our contestants for this week's show. Episode 41. Here we go. He is the front man for Austin band Friday Boys, who I think has a show coming up, or they just did a show, and has opened for bands like Garbage and the Old 97s. It's last week's in-person winner, Mr. Scott Reigel. Come on down, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Just had a lot of Indian food. I'm feeling very full. Hopefully it doesn't slow me down.
Fair enough. Maybe it'll just keep you, nice and grounded.
Yeah, I hope so.
A good base. So Indian food, interesting choice. Not the typical Memorial Day barbecue kind of fare. Was that on purpose, or you're just like, it's another day, I just want some Indian food?
Yeah, I mean, I work today. It's not really a holiday for me. We just met up with some friends there and ate a lot. There was happy hour, half off appetizers, $2 off beers. It was pretty good. It's called Nasha for anyone in Austin. Might have been there already. Very good. I'm not being paid by them. It's just a good restaurant.
Not only am I a member, I'm also the president. Well, that's cool. It was, it's a good thing. So you had to work. You got to wash that off and then dive into the show, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, dive into the Indian food and then the show.
Fair. What's your hot take on last week's in-person goings on?
I don't know. I had fun. Yeah, it was cool to be in person and in front of a bunch of people actually playing a game show. I don't think I've ever actually done a live game show like that before of any kind. So I had a very good time.
Excellent. Not quite as glowing as your Indian restaurant review, but I'll take it.
Well, y'all are already here. Y'all.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Well, thank you for coming back. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, he's a brand communications professional and heavy metal enthusiast. Let's welcome on Mr. Ed James. What's up, man?
Hey, Dusty. How's it going, buddy?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
Good.
I like your setup. Nice little art, the double doors.
Some boats.
Yeah. Are you a boating enthusiast? A nautical person?
A boating enthusiast.
Did you say boats?
It says type. It's from Hatch.
Oh, boats.
Big Nashville printing company.
Gotcha. For some reason, I heard boats. I don't know.
The backgrounds make it difficult for people on Zoom.
There you go. Yes.
So you're much into it.
Right. So you're in Nashville.
Yes, just outside of Nashville.
Yeah. So what's the scene like there? What's it looking like as far as
Man, it's come back strong. I mean, it's as of 3 or 4 weeks ago, people are out, concerts are happening. It's great. I mean, and we were in the throes of it right before the pandemic hit. I mean, new hotels, new clubs, the airport's expanding. So we seem right back in the thick of things, which is great.
Nice. And that's exciting.
Monterey's happening, and all the cities are opening. So we're good. We're good.
Slow and steady wins the race, though, right? Like, it's just nice and easy. Well, excellent. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this evening, sir.
Of course, Lizzie.
All right. Now, ladies and people, it's the drummer of Sheverb, Xina Ocasio. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Good. Did I say Sheverb right?
Yes.
Okay. I was
There's only one person that says it any other way. That's our recording engineer, mixer master, awesome guy from Ice Cream Factory. But
Matt.
Matt Parmenter. Yes.
Yeah. Matt's a friend.
He likes to call it the Sheverb, but
Sheverb.
He's the only one that gets away with it.
That's what I almost said, and I was like, no, it's probably Sheverb. But yeah, Matt was on just a month or so ago. He's good.
Oh yeah, Matt's awesome.
Yeah. So what is Sheverb all about?
Sheverb is all about instrumental rock and roll music that pulls on the threads of multiple genres, ranging from country and western to punk rock. And we like to blend it all up in a sound that we think is kind of unique but familiar at the same time. So some people call it psychedelic spaghetti western, or David Lynch surf music, or Link Ray for stoners, or I don't know, so
I'm into all three, so that's interesting. I'm into it. And being a drummer, you've got a unique sign. Can you show us your sign? There it is, based up on some sticks. There you go. It's very functional, right? Like, as soon as you're done, you just rip the sign off.
Start playing.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Excited to have you on the show.
I'm excited to play.
Excellent. And last but not least, let's welcome our final contestant this evening, Austin-based stand-up comedian Danny Goodwin. Come on down.
What's up?
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Here, man, living the dream. Somebody's weird dream.
So someone's, yeah.
How have you been spending your weekend? Do anything exciting?
Yeah, I've just been hanging out, watching basketball. I hung out with my girlfriend's family today. We were playing dice, so that was fun.
like up against the wall, just throwing.
I mean, yeah, we had like singles. We were betting like dollar bills, playing some CeeLo. It was fun.
that might be a keeper right there, man.
I know, it was a good time.
That's super awesome. So we haven't had many comedians. We've had a couple, but how have you found life coming kind of back into the normalcy of being able to do shows and stuff? Have you been able to get out there yet?
Yeah, for sure. I guess a little plug here, if I can do that. I'm going to be headlining the Velveeta Room this weekend. So that's been closed. I mean, that's kind of prior to the pandemic. That was like one of really two comedy clubs in the city, that in Cap City, which is not at its normal location anymore. It's going to reopen up north. But since then, there's been a lot of new venues pop up, a lot of like higher profile comedians move here. So it's that in itself has been interesting to navigate. But like at this point, yeah, the capacity is expanding. People are more comfortable doing indoor stuff, and it's neat. I don't know. I mean, like there was some cool adapting with like outdoor stuff that took place like kind of at the end of last year, but now things are starting to feel like a little more normal. So yeah. Very cool. And congrats on the headlining Velveeta. That's awesome. Yeah, it should be really fun. I'm looking forward just to be back there. I don't know if you guys have been, but it's a very, very cool place. Yeah, it's a super rad room. I've been there for sure. Well, thanks for spending your Monday evening with us, sir. Oh, thanks for having me. Absolutely. And if everybody's ready, let the games begin. Bam. All right.
for everyone watching at home. And just as a reminder for our contestants, here's how the game works. We have our 4 contestants whom you've just met. We're going to go through 5 rounds altogether, 10 questions per round. We'll be increasing in scores and increasing in stakes. And at the end, we're just playing to have a good time, playing for bragging rights. You can go tell your friends tomorrow, win or lose, that you did something. Everybody have your signs ready to go. Elbows greased up. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Without further ado, let's get into round 1. This part was really funny in person because for whatever reason, like all of the audio from the show that was going out to the stream was in the room, except for the little stinger moments, and nobody had like a program screen. So, and when I'd say, round 1, I just sit there and everyone's looking at me. So, it was kind of entertaining here. Like you guys and everybody can see what's going on. So anyway, that was fun. Round 1 is entitled Cold Hard Facts, general music trivia. We do it the same every week, mix it all up, not unlike Sheverb, and try to make something interesting out of it all. 100 points for every correct answer, 50 subtracted for each swing and a miss. Here is question number 1. This disco diva won the first and last Grammy for Best Disco Recording in 1979. Ed.
Donna Summer.
Incorrect, sir. Incorrect. You would think. The other one, I guess. Xina.
Diana Ross.
No, incorrect. I guess the other one. Wow, there are a lot of disco divas, apparently. Scott's really trying to. Danny.
Gloria Gaynor.
Bam. That's the one. Well done, sir. First on the board, 100 points to you. Here is question number 2. This 2003 album spawned 2 #1 singles and led to a 2005 film of the same, starring 50 Cent in his first ever film role. Scott by a hair. I think you're muted, sir.
Oh, sorry. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yes, absolutely. Well done. Cool. On the board, number 3. Also the title of the Beastie Boys' second album, Paul's Boutique was a real store. Ed, the early jerk, do you know what the question was going to be?
No.
I'll finish. Paul's Boutique was a real store that features reggae fashions. Which New York borough was it located in? We'll give it to you, Ed. Do you know?
Staten Island.
Incorrect, sir. Xina.
Brooklyn,
absolutely. And sadly, the store closed right before the album came out. I bet it would have survived if not, man. All right, little tension growing here between Ed and Xina, I feel. All right, here's number 4. Britney Spears' most expensive music video was for this 2013 collaboration with will.i.am. In one study, it was also found to be the most popular song for running. I wouldn't know because I don't do it. Unless I'm being chased. Hasn't happened yet. Britney Spears' most expensive video. Ed.
Oops, I did it again.
Uh-oh.
Where'd you go?
He was so,
This is my favorite part of the show.
Offended by that answer.
Where were we? Who buzzed in? Who buzzed in?
It was
Ed.
yeah.
You said, "Oops, I did it again," and unfortunately, "Oops, I did it again."
Man,
Not the right answer. Anyone have
23rd.
any thoughts while Dusty figures out what's wrong with his computer?
I have no idea. What
Man, I'm
Britney
trying to
Spears song
remember.
in 2013.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to remember 2010's Britney Spears songs.
Oh,
Nobody
there he
knows,
is.
Dusty.
I think
Nobody
back.
knows.
Man, that was bizarre. I'm like hardlined into like a gig network. Just Zoom's gonna Zoom. Okay. Sadly, nobody knows. The song was Work Bitch.
Oh man.
I don't even
I
know
thought
if
that
I
was
know that
older.
song.
I didn't know that came out in 2013.
Work bitch.
That makes it even like because my I used to work with this like weird libertarian hippie guy, and he was like in his 60s, and he'd talk about this song all the time. And so I thought it was like way older, but I guess he was up on music from 4 years ago at the time that I worked with him.
I mean, yeah. All right, moving on. Number 5. While you may know him as Tony Soprano's right-hand man, Silvio Dante, Scott.
Lil Steven or Steven Van Zandt.
Lil Steven Van Zandt is correct, sir. Well done. Here's number 6. With 3 unrelated members, all with the same surname Taylor, they've released hits like Scott.
Duran Duran.
Duran is correct, sir.
Damn.
Well done.
I can't raise my hand fast enough.
You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready.
Man.
All right. Number 7. This folk singer was known for writing "This Land Is Your Land," as well as adorning his guitar. Scott again.
Woody Guthrie.
Woody Guthrie is correct, sir. Well done. 3 for 3 here. Here's number 8. In 2015, what highly awarded multi-platinum artist topped the charts with Unbreakable, her first album in 7 years since 2008's Discipline? Danny.
Oh goodness. Is it Taylor Swift?
Incorrect, sir. Scott.
Is it Rihanna?
Also incorrect.
Ah, shit.
Ed, Xina?
I have a guess, but I'm playing like Celebrity Jeopardy over here with my score.
you got to balance your timing out here. Anybody? Hit him with that ding dong, Dave. The answer is Janet Jackson.
Oh.
Was that your answer, Ed?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Then smart move. Well done. All right. Number 9. Pop punk singer Dexter Holland has a PhD in molecular biology, but as a sucker with no self-esteem, it doesn't do him much good as the frontman of this band. Ed.
I'm 41.
Incorrect, sir. Xina.
Social Distortion.
Also incorrect.
Oh,
man.
Oh, I know which band. Oh, I messed up. I got the wrong band. I went to college with him. Damn it.
Danny, go for it.
The Offspring?
The Offspring is correct.
Hey.
Xina, I feel your pain. You can pull up. It's all right. Well done, Danny. 100 points to you. Last question in this round. In the mid-1960s, he was working at a factory making bathrooms for 747s. When Ain't No Sunshine went gold, the label presented this artist, Ed.
Bill
Withers, absolutely. You got it. You did it.
Well, that was not the whole question, right?
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were going to say but.
No, I was just going to say, so when that song went gold, the label presented him with a golden toilet seat. You did it. Yeah, I don't know how he took that. Maybe we should look into that. All right.
It'd be cold.
See. It would be cold, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't want to use it.
Unless it's like a hot day, and then it might be like we're kind of soothing.
Yeah.
Very revitalizing.
It's getting swamp ass season down here, so
it is true. It is true. All right, we've got Scott on top with 350 points. Danny not too far behind with 150. Xina at 0. Ed negative 100. Plenty of game and plenty of points to go, folks. No worries. All right, here comes our first in-chat trivia question. The first person to answer the question correctly in under 10 seconds will get 1 point. Those points add up to 10. You get to come on the show. WJ, hit him with a good one. Get those brain wheels turning. And Scott, do you have another interesting bit of trivia for us this week?
Sir? Yeah, I do actually. So are y'all familiar with the punk band X from the LA punk band X? Well, until recently, I guess not too recently, but I was not aware that one of the singers, John Doe, lived in Austin until I waited on him on his birthday a few years ago when I worked at Kirby Lane Cafe. And he was just like one of my tables. So I was going around. I was pretty busy because they get really busy on, brunches. And he was just one of my tables. And I kind of looked at him and I was like, he kind of looks like John Doe, but I didn't know that he lived in town. I didn't know what to think of it. And then I made the rounds. Then I came back and refilled his coffee. And I noticed that the woman he was with was wearing an X hat, like for his band. And I was like, wait, are you John Doe? And he said, yes, I am. And then I had a little bit of a fanboy freak out. Not too bad though. I was working, which thank God I was working. Otherwise, I might have just totally lost my shit. But
yeah, I had that same realization. He's been on several flights that I've been on out of Austin to LA.
Yeah.
You'll be like the seat in front of me. I'm like, that's definitely John now. He seems like a lovely man.
No, he's great. He was really cool. He took a picture with me and my manager, who is also a huge X fan. So
nice.
Yeah.
Old John Burke in the chat and I shot an X show and did an interview with them at old emos in like 2002, 2001, something like that. They were super cool. Johnny Zoom on guitar.
They are a fantastic live band. Like I
saw
them in like 2011, I think 2012 when they came through Texas. Amazing. Like sounded as good as the record. Like incredible.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Well, thank you for sharing that, sir. And without further ado, let us get into round 2. Round 2 this week is entitled Come Together. When different artists meet up in the studio and make new friends, magic can really happen. Here are 10 questions about collaborations between artists. 200 points for every right answer, 100 subtracted for every wrong answer this time. Number 1, immensely popular upon its release and even today, Under Pressure was a one-time collaboration between Scott.
Queen and David Bowie.
Queen and David Bowie is correct. Now we all get it. Collaborations, right? All right, number 2, adapted to film 4 separate times. Both the 1976 and 2018 versions of this film. Scott.
A Star is Born.
A Star is Born is correct. Can anybody name the pairings in each of those films? Anybody? Just for fun. Danny?
Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson.
Yep.
And then Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Absolutely. Can anybody name the other 2?
I know Judy Garland. I don't know the other half of the Judy Garland one though.
James.
The other one, Barbara Streisand, and did we already say that one?
Yeah. Chris Christopherson.
One before that though.
Yep. Do you know it, Ed?
Al Jolson and King Kong. It was the first talkie.
It was called something else. No, I cannot.
It was Janet Gaynor and Friedrich March, 1930.
Oh, my favorites.
Yeah,
it was.
I remember that version.
Friedrich March.
It was Cary Grant and that train that came at the audience.
Can you imagine them duetting together? All right, here we go. Number 3. In 2009, the album Raising Sand, a project between these 2 artists, Ed.
Alison Krauss and Robert Plant.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Austinites, Robert Plant lives in Austin now too. Well done.
Here, he played out with what was her name? He was dating her. I left the show before he came out on stage.
Patty Griffin.
Yes.
There you go. Taylor from the Wings.
Apparently he shops at Wheatsville Co-op.
What?
That's what I hear anyway. I've heard people run into him at Wheatsville Co-op.
I don't believe he lives here anymore.
I don't think he does either. I think he moved.
He's done.
Yeah,
Elon priced him out.
Wheatsville?
No, I think he sold his house to the Hobbit kid.
Oh yeah, because he's here all the time now. He's like DJing. Elijah Wood. Yeah.
Isn't that the Hobbit boy?
Number of fader parties.
Yeah, right. That's true. Very true. All right, number 4. In 1995, Neil Young hired this hot Seattle alternative rock band to be his backing band. Ooh, Xena by a fraction of a hair.
Pearl Jam.
I've never heard of them, but apparently Neil Young's a big fan. Yes,
damn,
absolutely. 200 points.
Good.
All right, number 5. At the end of the 1950s, these 2 jazz legends recorded 3 albums together in 3 years. Danny.
Miles Davis and John Coltrane.
Great guess, but absolutely incorrect, sir. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'll just repeat it because the end has a little bit of a tip here. At the end of the 1950s, these 2 jazz legends recorded 3 albums together in 3 years, featuring plenty of her signature scatting and his virtuoso trumpet playing. Ed.
Ella Fitzgerald and Miles Davis.
Oh, close. Scott, was that a?
Yeah. Is it Ella Fitzgerald and Dizzy Gillespie.
Incorrect, sir.
Damn.
Apparently, there are a lot of jazz trumpet
Who'd have thunk
virtuosos. So hang on, Xina, do you have an answer, a guess?
I think I have a guess, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to lose
You don't have to. You don't have to. All right. For no points, Danny, do you know what it is now?
Is it Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely
I
correct.
knew it was Ella, but I couldn't remember who the trumpet player was.
Yeah. My for Christmas, the kiddo wanted some Louis Armstrong vinyl. And one of those 3 albums was from Santa. And it is really good. Very, very good jazz record. I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
I'm doing something right.
That's cool. Yeah. Jazz sounds great on vinyl too.
It's like, it's like that. And then we're trying to collect as many original cast recordings from Broadway performances on vinyl. So that's kind of like our little record shop mission, which is kind of fun. All right. Number 6. In 2011, the double album Lulu between this singer-poet, Whiplash. I think we have a 3-way noise breaker for the first time ever, folks. Ever. So if you haven't watched the show, there's a little graphic. If you haven't watched the show, so I'm talking right now. Xina, can you say something, please?
Hello.
Do you see how Xina just took the yellow box from me and then I took it back? So in Noise Breaker, we do 5 seconds to basically take control of the yellow box. So Danny, Scott, Ed, you can yell, you can bang on things, you can crumple paper, whatever it is. And after the 5 seconds, whoever has the yellow box gets to answer the question. Are you ready? The answer is yes. Here we go. 5 seconds on the clock. Please, Dave. I'm just going to count with my fingers. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. And he got it in the last second. Wow. Ed, your wife's going to come check on you, man. You should join a metal band.
Second 4, I might get it.
You are a metal enthusiast. You've got the scream. Danny, answer to the question.
Is Lou Reed and Metallica?
Yes, absolutely. 200 points. Funny thing about my other child, for some reason, she has gotten turned on to, for some reason, I showed her the band Beartooth, which I don't know if you're familiar. They're like new metal punk with like some catchy popping choruses. And she thinks it's hilarious to try to do the like hardcore scream. So we just drive around in the car and listen to Beartooth, and she tries to imitate him, and it's freaking hilarious because she's 7 and a tiny little girl. But maybe, she's like, how does he do it? And I'm like, you just keep doing it, and then it works. You got to practice. Okay, number 7. After many successful years as a rapper-producer duo, hip-hop giants Jay-Z and Kanye West released what, Scott?
Watch the Throne.
Don't let him get in his zone. Absolutely correct. 200 points. Well done. Here's number 8. In the late 1960s, collabs between Motown's 2 highest selling groups were released right before one group singer launched her own solo career. Who are the 2 artists? Motown artists. Best selling artists of Motown. Ooh. That's tricky because there's a few. There's a few.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. In the late 1960s, Xena's going for it.
The Temptations and the Supremes.
Bam! That is correct.
Yeah.
I was like, I know it's Diana Ross, but what was her band name? I was just sitting there trying to remember what her band name was.
Yeah.
Very well done. Danny, so the question was collabs between Motown's 2 highest selling groups were released, and that was the Supremes and the Temptations.
For sure.
And I think I had a note about that. No, I didn't have a note that. Speaking of the Supremes, question number 9, Motown also released 3 collaborative albums between the Supremes and this vocal quartet and fellow label mates. Not the Temptations, obviously.
I was going to say, did we just answer this question?
that would be tricky. I'll repeat it one more time. Motown also released 3 collaborative albums between the Supremes and this vocal quartet and fellow label mates. Nobody. 3, 2, 1. Dave, give him that good old ding dong. The answer is the Four Tops. The Four Tops. Vocal quartet, I think, was kind of the tip off there. All right, last one in this round. Originating from an idea discussed by George Harrison and Jeff Lynne, they eventually, Ed. One more time.
Muted.
You're muted.
I don't think you're muted, but I don't hear you.
Traveling Wilburys?
Yes, Traveling Wilburys is correct. Looped in with Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, and Roy Orbison. That is royalty right there. Well done, sir. Closing out the round.
The noise breaker broke Ed's mic. Broke his mic.
Sorry about that.
It's like, Ed, you've never done that to me before. Scott.
Yeah, Dusty, come on.
Fair enough. He's a tough boss, folks. All right, Scott on top, 850. Xina, 400. Ed, 200. Danny, 250. Plenty of game to go. Plenty of game. Don't get too cocky. And hit that subscribe if you're having a good time. And Ed came in strong there at the end. Do you have any interesting bits of trivia, interesting industry story you would like to share with us?
I came up with a question because I thought that was the rule. So I was going to say, what guitar player played with both Frank Zappa and Alcatraz?
What guitar player played with Bowie and who?
Frank Zappa and Alcatraz.
Oh, Frank Zappa.
Steve
No
Vai,
clue.
maybe? Didn't Steve Vai play with Frank Zappa?
Oh.
Is that the answer?
Yes.
That's why he's the champ, folks. Well done. Ed, for some reason, your mic, I can hear you, but you sound like it's very far away. It's like the compressor took a hit. But we'll keep going and we're going to get it figured out. And this brings us to round 3, which luckily you don't really need your mic for, Ed. Let's get to round 3. All right. So remember when we ask you guys to fold up the pieces of paper, this round is entitled Flashcards. What year is it? What year is it again? That's harder to say than I thought. I'm going to have you write down a year on each of your 4 pieces of paper. All right. So write these down on separate pieces, 1 year per piece. The year 2000, 2005, 2010, and 2015. And while you're doing that, here's how it's going to work. I'll describe an event, a happening, if you will, and you will hold up the year that you think that it happened. You only get 3 seconds, so you got to think fast. Everyone gets to answer in this round at the same time. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. You hold up your piece of paper, but you don't have to play. So everyone could get points, or one person could get points, and everybody chooses to hold off if you don't want to lose points. So
all right, what are the years again?
2000, increments of 5, 2000, 2005, 2010, and 15.
Give me a second.
Visible, my Sharpie was kind of dry.
Good
See
enough.
that?
It's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah. My Sharpie was dry. All right, here we go. 300 points for every correct answer. 150 subtracted for every incorrect answer. Remember, 3, 2, 1, all play. Or if you can't play or don't want to play, you don't have to. Xina, you good?
Yes, I think I'm ready.
Okay, everybody. All right, here we go. Here is number 1. And wait till I count you in, or you're going to give the answer away to somebody else, right? Here you go. Number 1, the year CD sales peaked in the US, falling every subsequent year. 3, 2, 1, hold them up. 2005, 2005, 2000. Sadly, all of you are incorrect. It was the year 2000. Ed played it safe, writing it out. All right, here's number 2. Taylor Swift becomes the youngest artist ever to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. 3, 2, 1. Hold them up if you got them. Sadly, wrong again. The year was 2010.
Oh, man.
10.
Unreal.
All right, here we go. Number 3. starting strong in this round. Here we go. Number 3. System of a Down becomes the third act ever to have 2 #1 albums in the same year? 3, 2, 1, hold them up. 2005, 2000, 2007. So everyone but Ed. Oh no, sorry. 2005 is the answer. Xina, you got 2000?
I know when I was in middle school. I know when
Yeah.
System of a Down was popular.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
you killed
yeah.
me. I made to make it bigger. Yeah, I had 2000.
Yeah, cool. Danny, Scott, well done. I like that we had an all play that time. Everybody going for it. Okay, here's number 4. Adele's Hello becomes the first song with 1 million digital downloads in a single week. Remember those? People downloaded music. 3, 2, 1, hit it. All right. All 3 of you are correct. Well done. Well done. Xina, you weren't feeling that one?
Nope.
That song's tattooed in my brain from all the horrible college student films I had to watch that used it in a breakup scene.
Yeah, I don't even remember the song at all.
Nor should you.
I've never listened to Adele ever. I mean, I saw her on Saturday Night Live once, maybe.
There you go.
But I mean, I know she exists.
Yeah, she does. Hey, Scott, at least it wasn't tattooed on your anus. That's a callback to the.
That's just the Red Hot Chili Peppers logo.
Well done. Well done. All right, here we go. Number 5, Beck, little known Beck, unexpectedly wins Album of the Year at the 57th Grammys with his 12th album, Morning Phase. 3, 2, 1, hit him. Nobody.
I am like
Taylor's
a complete disadvantage in this round because these years are all the same year to me. I don't. I'm too old.
Fair. I mean, if you kept up with the years of the Grammys, the 60th was a couple years ago, so it had to be closer to the. But whatever. Anybody have a guess?
My guess was 2015, but I wasn't confident enough in it.
2015 was my pick.
2010 is my guess.
It could have been 2005 because that's when Guero came out, and that was one of his best albums.
Where did that come from?
Also, 2010 was the T-Swift one. So
yeah. I should have buzzed in.
Me too.
I just wasn't confident enough. I was
what was the answer?
Mad.
2015.
I just remember people on Twitter getting mad about it, and that should have tipped me off that like people only started to get mad on Twitter about things like after like 2013.
Yeah, more recent than me, thankfully. Okay, number 6. Ray Charles posthumously wins 5 Grammys for the collab album Genius Loves Company. 3, 2, 1, hold him up. Danny, absolutely correct, sir. 300 points. 2005 is your answer. All right, 4 more left in this round. Zach De La Roca leaves Rage Against the Machine in 3, 2, 1. Whoop! Everybody got him up. 2000 to the sky. Incorrect, sir.
No.
Everybody else gets 300.
Oh no.
It happens. Let's see. Just checking. Yeah, and Danny just took the lead.
Let's go.
Let's go. That was the most chill let's go I've ever heard in my life. In it, showing off the guns too. Danny,
it was a bug bite. It was a bug bite, but I'll give it another round.
Well done. All right, here you go. 3 more. 16-year-old Justin Bieber hits the top of the charts after dropping his debut, My World 2.0. 3, 2, 1. Hold him up if you got him. Scott and Danny are both correct. Xina, I'm sorry, you were 5 years off. 2010 is the answer. He was the youngest solo male act to hit number 1 since Stevie Wonder in 1963. That's where the comparisons end. Okay, sure. Number 9. Lady Gaga wins 7 VMAs for Bad Romance, accepting her awards in a meat dress. I felt like I had some barbecue today. I felt like I was wearing a meat dress. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Ooh. Oh, Xina, I'm sorry. It is 2010. Scott, Ed, Danny, points. Let's go. Last one. Rihanna releases her debut album, Music of the Sun. 3, 2, 1. Dun, 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 dun. Danny is the only one correct. 2005. Rihanna. Been at it a minute. Well done. Thanks for participating, Danny. You got that lead. Scott, let's see, Danny with 2,050, Scott with 1,450, Ed 800, Xina -50. You know what, though? It's not for a lack of trying. You just keep coming. It's fine. Keep playing. You'll get there. Here comes your next in-chat trivia question. As a reminder, the first person to answer in under 10 seconds gets 1 point. They add up to 10. If you play long enough, you get to come on the show. It's that easy. So WJ, hit him again. And Xina, before we move on to round 4, do you have any interesting stories, tidbits, trivia that you'd like to share?
I was thinking of a question though. So my question was, what seminal punk band included members that were in the Go-Go's and the Foo Fighters?
Seminal punk band that included members
that went on to be in the Go-Go's and the Foo Fighters.
Oh, the Germs.
Yep.
Yeah. The host gets one right. The host gets one right.
Yes, Belinda Carlisle and Pat Smear.
Yeah.
Pat Smear was the guitar player, and Belinda was performed as Dottie. Forgot what they called her last name. Dot Divine, I think, maybe Dottie Divine. I don't remember. Yeah.
Nice.
So Belinda Carlisle and Pat Smear were in the Germs in the 78, 79, and then Go-Go's and Foo Fighters.
You know what? I did not. I just had this realization because you just lined it out there. Last year, humble brag, we did a video with the Foo Fighters and we edited 2 music videos for the Go-Go's. And I did not put the Germs thing together until just now. That's super cool.
And we're digging up Darby Crash later.
Well played. All right. Hit that subscribe button if you're having a good time, maybe even if you're not. And let's get into round 4. Also, just for fun, how cool is this can?
That's pretty good.
Medical grade haze from Community in Old Dallas. And it's actually extremely delicious.
Dude, Community rules, man.
They're
English, they're Mosaic and they're ESB. Those are both awesome beers.
Yeah, the Mosaic. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the name of it, but yes, it is very good. All right, round 4 is entitled The Animals. Surprisingly, not about the Muppets drummer. This round contains clues and answers, all containing animals, animal names, those kinds of things. All right, 400 points for every right answer, 200 subtracted for every wrong answer. Here we go with number 1. Known best for their songs An Old-Fashioned Love Song and Joy to the World, this Los Angeles band, Ed. One more time.
3 Dog.
Yes, 3 Dog Night. Well done. We're going to turn it into charades. It's fine. Well done, sir. 400 points to you. And closing it on Scott. You feeling that heat behind you there, bud? Here comes number 2. What American rock band formed in 1984 had to add a suffix to their name after legal issues forced Jay Mascis and Lou Barlow to make the change? Scott.
Dinosaur Jr.
Dinosaur Jr. is correct. Whew. Lots of jumps there. Well done. 400 points. Here's number 3. This Seattle indie rock band relocated to South Carolina after releasing their breakthrough first album, Everything All the Time, in 2006. Ooh. Has possibly one of my favorite songs ever on it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, if you guys know one of my favorite songs. So inside. 3, 2, 1. Hit him with that ding dong. Band of Horses.
Oh, okay.
Band of Horses. The Funeral, I think, is just an absolutely amazing song. It just gets me every time. Okay, number 4. This Bible referencing Virginia heavy metal band has been nominated for Grammys 5 times, most recently in 2016. Ed, I just want to see you act it out.
Did you hear me? Lamb of God.
Yes, Lamb of God. I like how all your animals are just this. Yes. Well done, sir. Lamb of God, 400 points. All right, number 5. 90s and 2000s era rock band heavily influenced by glam rock that hit number 1 on the US mainstream rock charts with In the Meantime in 1996. Xina.
Space Hog.
Space Hog. Woo! Remember that song? That's a jam. Still holds
Dude, their
up.
second album is really good too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I don't know why, but that In the Meantime comes up quite a bit with Dave and I. Like we'll be working
That
on the
bass
bus or
riff in
traveling
that
wherever.
song is.
It's just
The
got a
bass
beat.
riff is so good.
Oh my God, right? You could just sit there and just listen to the bass. That's all you need. All right, well done. Number 6. Name the legendary rap artist and national treasure that didn't have his first number 1 single as a main solo artist until the 2004 Pharrell collaboration, Drop It Like It's Hot, Drop It Like It's Hot. Scott.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Josh just said in my ear, drop it like it's Scott. Because you're Scott. It's funny. Okay, number 7, releasing only 1 record in 2009. This supergroup featuring John Paul Jones, Josh Homme, and Dave Grohl. Scott.
Them Crooked Vultures.
Yes, Them Crooked Vultures. Supposedly, they may do something else. I've seen that a couple times pop up. That'd be awesome. I missed them when they played ACL Fest that year when the album came out. Ugh,
That was a good album.
Yeah, I dug it. I thought it was really good. It had some great grooves on it. All right, number 8. Name the Atlanta-based art rock band fronted by Bradford Cox, who also releases music. Scott.
Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter. And what does he also release music under the other moniker?
Atlas Genius.
Close. Atlas Sound.
Atlas Sound. Oh,
Yeah, I think
Perfume. Wait, was I confusing it with Perfume Genius or something? I don't know.
maybe it's all the same.
Atlas Genius is a thing. I don't know.
There is an Atlas Genius. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
Atlas shrugged
right. There
Yeah.
you go.
because he didn't know the answer.
2 more in this round. Seattle indie rock band fronted by Isaac Brock that found mainstream success. Danny.
Modest Mouse.
You're not going down without a fight. Absolutely correct, sir. 400 points. All right, last one in this round. What classic American rock band was one of the first to embrace music videos in the 80s, cementing its pop culture legacy after an iconic SNL skit featuring their song? Ooh. Oh, what's wrong? Not enough little hints in the question to get it.
I have a guess, but I don't want to buzz in and lose points.
It's a tricky one. I can help you out. For no points.
Cowbell.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. No points. Ed, you know it?
Blue Oyster
Yes. Yes, Blue Oyster Cult is correct. All right. Well, that was fun. You got a cowbell instead of a ding dong.
Hey, I got one here too.
Hey, it's just a thing. It's nice to have around. You know?
Look,
It's like,
fire extinguisher, cowbell.
does anybody not have a cowbell within arm's reach right now?
I do not know.
Which is crazy because I don't actually own a cowbell, even though I'm a drummer. I don't have one.
You know,
Because of that skit, I just don't use it.
Right. Yeah, I've owned this. Look at WJ.
Can we just form like an all cowbell band right now?
I think that's possible. We could do that. I've owned this same cowbell, I think, since 96 or 7. They just
You really only need to buy one.
You really do.
It's
You really do.
uncommittal.
All right. Danny, how are you, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, you feeling all right?
Yeah, I made a little run there in the last round, or
Yeah.
the round before, so I'm feeling okay.
Excellent. Do you have any interesting tidbits, trivia, thoughts, concerns, anything you'd like to send to HR?
I just think, and I guess this is one of those that's like obvious when you think about it, but it just sounds very funny to say. My favorite piece of trivia is that Juicy J won an Academy Award before Martin Scorsese.
For what?
For It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp for Best Original Song from Hustle and Flow. But it's like 3 6 Mafia's Juicy J won an Oscar before Martin Scorsese. And that's honestly, that's nothing on Juicy. I think he's fantastic. He probably should have won it before, quite frankly. But for just general contributions to art. But man, it always sounds funny when you say it. So
yeah,
that's all I got.
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. Well, thank you for sharing. Smash, as the kids say, that subscribe button, and let's get into round 5. Round 5 is entitled Common Names. It's time to fill in the blank. We'll tell you if we're looking for a first or last name, then you read. I can't read today. I'm going to start over. We'll tell you if we're looking for the first or last name, then read a few artist names, and you tell us what their common name is. Like, I'm going to give you first names. What last name do they all share? Or sometimes I'll give you all last names and we're looking for the first, right? You'll get it very quickly, I promise. 500 for every right answer, 250 subtracted for every incorrect answer. Guess what, Xina? There's 5,000 points in this round. So if you just run the table, or if you've just been pool sharking it the whole time, just waiting.
I have not been pool sharking it.
This is it. This is it. All right. And as a reminder to everyone, only number 1 and number 2 will go on to the final round. Only one comes out of that one. So I don't know if you want to join, but here we go. Number 1, we're looking for the first name that these 3 people share: Vaughn, Page, and Buffett. Ed. Sorry?
Jimmy.
Yes. I'm glad you didn't have to act that one out. That could have gotten weird. Well done, sir. Well done. 500 points. Here is number 2. We're looking for the first name that these 3 people share: Holiday, Eilish, and Joe Armstrong. Scott.
Billy.
See, when I explained this, all of your faces were like, oh, really? And everyone's up. So you could do this. 500 points to you, Scott. Decent lead, but anything can happen. Let's see how it goes. Number 3, looking for the first name this time that they share: Momsen, Hicks, and Swift. Danny.
Taylor,
absolutely correct. Oh, little Taylor Momsen. She's all grown up. Her band's pretty awesome. All right, number 4, looking for the last name here: Bessie, Elliot, and Patty all share what last name? Scott.
Smith
is correct. Well done, sir. The last name, for some reason, I think is a little trickier, but we're going to do it again. Looking for the last name that these 3 people share: Porter, Ray Charles, and Smokey. Danny.
Robinson
is correct. Ray Charles's full name is Ray Charles Robinson. A little tricky one there. All right, well done. 500 points. Here's the next one. We're looking for first names: Davies, Matthews, and Brubeck. Danny.
Dave,
yes, absolutely correct.
What? Oh, it's dark.
Oh, wow, it's really dark.
It's very dark in here.
Are you doing the show completely in the dark? That's weird. Are there like children sleeping by you or something? And now you're quiet also, so it's super creepy. Did the power go out where you are? Or you just a maniac?
Just got dark, I guess.
That's fair. All right, 4 more, 2,000 points left. I still say much can happen. Here we go. Looking for the last name that these 3 artists share: Jim, Rick, and Etta. Scott by a fraction of a hair.
James
is correct. Well done. We're looking for the first name here: Reynolds, Gibson, and Harry. I think I saw Xina in there. Yeah. Debbie, absolutely. Debbie Reynolds, Debbie Gibson, Debbie Harry. Well done. All right, 2 more, 1,000 points up for grabs. Last name here. We're looking for the last name of these 3 people: Chris, Ricky, and Dean. Scott.
Martin
is correct. Well done. All right, last one. I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're looking for Yeah, curveball stage name. Okay, that they all share. Wayne, Kim, and Nas X. Xina.
Little.
Lil.
Lil.
Lil. Lil. I remember for some reason in high school when the Lil thing kind of started becoming big, I'd be walking to the band hall, and I couldn't say Lil without little, like with an extra consonants in there. It's very difficult.
Like a little,
anyway,
like a British guy. Like,
yeah,
oh, he's little.
He's little. He's just a little one. He is.
He's little Wayne. They call him Little Wayne down the way.
Little Wayne. That's what they call. That's what Alfred called Bruce Wayne. Hey, it's Little Wayne. That's super stupid. Okay, Scott. Once again, my man, on top, 5,050 points. Danny, 3,950. You were in the top 2 spots. Ed and Xina, both strong competitors, folks. Well done. We're going to have you turn off your cameras and mics. Don't leave yet, because we all come back for a big group hug. But well done. We'll see you in just a few. And here comes your last in-chat trivia question. First person to answer that question in under 10 seconds will get 1 point. If all of those points after a few shows add up to 10, you get to join us here on the show. I see Chris Lowry. How you doing, bud? Hanging out in old New York. Mr. Mark Greenberg. Don't know you. Nice to meet you. Thanks for playing. Hanging out. Oh, I do know Mark. I just can't see his picture. I have very crappy vision. Anyway, guys. Well, WJ, shoot him that question. Gentlemen, how are you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, y'all don't know this, but me and Danny have been good friends since middle school.
Yeah, we've been friends for quite some time.
Yeah, and I'm
over 10 years now.
Yeah.
I was really hoping you were going to say we and Danny have been mortal enemies for life.
I'm scared
now
that
this is the final
it all
meeting.
comes down to this.
You know, Miss Castleberg could not see this coming when we were in her English class, but
and she is watching this now.
Shout out to Miss C.
We have a surprise for you.
Miss
Castleberg is here tonight.
Oh my God.
Man, that's the kind of thing I would love to be able to pull off. All right, let's all go.
It would be so weird for like a second, and then we'd all just, it would just be the number of minutes that she would have to stay. It would just be so awkward.
Also, congrats to whoever got my backup question to my PayPal account right now.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
I get it.
I'm not going to dig any further there.
Duly
all right,
noted.
Let's get into it. Oh, now I get it. Yes.
Yeah,
well
done. The teacher thing. Yeah.
Yep. Let's get into our final round. All right. This week we are doing Listomania. Do you have something to write with and something to write on?
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Remember those pieces of paper you had a minute ago? You could just turn it over.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One sec.
It doesn't need to be a canvas or anything really presentable. It's cool. It's good. It's good TV, Scott. We'll just hang out.
All right. I have 4 pieces of paper.
Perfect. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a prompt, and you are going to write down as many answers as you can. You will get credit for all of your right answers. You are not dinked for a wrong answer. It just doesn't count for anything. You only get 30 seconds here. So choose your answers carefully. Dave, can you please put 30 seconds on the clock? And while you're doing that, I just want to point out, all of your answers to the prompt I'm about to give you have to be on the paper. Even if it's shorthand, something has to be there. It can't be, oh, well, I meant this, or I was thinking this. It's got to be written down. All right. 1,000 points for every correct answer. Here is your prompt. List as many hosts of the Grammy Awards telecast as you can, and go. All right. Pins up. Throw them across the room. Unless it's a Sharpie, that shit doesn't come out. All right. So we typically go with our underdog first. Danny, you're a little bit behind. So we're going to start with you. We're going to take a look at your list and give you points for all the correct ones. So hold it up so we can see it, and we're going to verify all of them, please. 2
of these are a guess, but this is also my name, but here we go.
Hey, Trevor Noah, absolutely correct.
Did, right?
Keys is correct. Stephen Colbert is not correct.
Oh.
Did Dick Clark ever host the Grammys?
I'm just guessing he did. That he maybe did
not.
Though.
Surprisingly, he did not. That's a great guess, though. It would make sense.
It would be.
He's probably pissed that he never did.
Well, I'm pissed he did it.
Well, 2,000 points was
excellent. Alicia Keys was one of them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I remember that for some reason.
She was amazing. It was 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Okay, so Danny, right now you're in the lead.
Okay.
This is what you called stretching and building the intensity here. Scott, you need one right answer to over the top Danny and take the win. Do you have it?
I hope I have one. These are all guesses. All right.
Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is correct. No
really?
No Dave Grohl. Jack Black did not. Barbara Streisand. No.
He hosted everything. Billy Crystal.
Yeah, I should have guessed like Bob Hope or something.
Yeah.
Yes, Billy. You got 2.
Billy Crystal hosted the What? He actually hosted the Grammys.
I'm sure he did.
Well done, Jon Stewart.
Oh my
and Billy
God.
Crystal. That puts you 7,050 points. You win.
Wow.
Well done, Danny.
Oh my goodness.
Sharing that Miss Castellaghi-Baggy's class. Do you have anything to say to him now? Look how far he's come. He's the winner of America's only Aural Fixation trivia show.
Yeah, I got 2 words for you. Screw you. All right.
Come on back, Xina. Come on back, Xina and Ed.
I'm glad I didn't make it to the last round because I have never watched the Grammys.
Yeah, good Ed, call. Would you have fared all right in that?
I would have just said LL Cool J.
Oh well, yeah, LL Cool J for sure.
Like 4 times, would that have counted?
Oh man.
That's true. We didn't specify with how many years and which LL Cool J, you won for 10,000 points.
There was also a stretch in the late 2000s where no one hosted, and we were really just saying, if somebody put their list up and said no one, we probably would have counted that too.
We're gonna take
it. Actually, no one hosted the Grammys for several years.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I remember. I didn't really remember them having much of a host, like in the time that I really watched award shows.
From 06 to 2011, no one hosted.
That's so wild.
That's crazy.
The most interesting on the list that we went through earlier today was I'm going to go try to find if there's any videos existing out there on the internet. Frank Sinatra hosted. I think that would just be so interesting to watch. And Jerry Lewis also would be.
Hell yeah.
Well, Scott, congratulations. I hope you can come back and try to watch that throne next week, sir. Thank you all for playing. I had a blast. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for playing in the chat, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Peace, everybody.